We just heard from the former TikTok CEO. He's just like, I don't know how this is going to work. But I want to ask you, do you have some insight? Is a ban, is it actually possible? Is it possible to block TikTok from U.S. devices? And if it is possible, how would it work and how long would it take?
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Instead of going after TikTok itself, what the bill that's currently out there is doing, if it passes the House and the Senate, it's signed by the president. It's going to have about a 165-day or 180-day, depending on the bill, wind down period. Following that period of time, if there's any providers of the app and an app store, if there are any providers who provide an internet service, such as AT&T, Verizon, that continues to provide a streaming service, those providers can be fined up to $5,000 per user if they continue to provide that service. So if you have a user base of 100 million people or 170 million people, if they continue that service, that's a $500 billion to $850 billion penalty.
So it sounds like the ban would be more regulation as opposed to technically blocking the technology from coming into the U.S.
Correct. If you penalize the providers of it, that's where you create the ban. They just don't provide those services anymore to the public.
All right. So a lot of talk about TikTok right here on CNBC. Actually, yesterday, former President Donald Trump raising a lot of concerns about the ban, saying that it would only empower other platforms like a Facebook. What is your take on that? I mean, it was a very interesting take. Obviously, the president also, former president, also vocalized some personal, animus with Facebook and also its founder.
Yeah, look where President Trump goes with this issue or how he feels is, sort of his position. The position he took when CFIUS, the Committee on Foreign Investment, reviewed it during his presidency was to block it, and he issued an executive order to that effect. That executive order still stands, and now Congress seeks to take action. So it'll be an interesting play, especially when this bill, if it passes the House tomorrow, which apparently it's up for vote, it'll go to the Senate, and we'll see this really play out in terms of who wants to advocate for the ban and who wants to continue to allow it to function as it does.
When we talk about TikTok, we talk about it, some people say it's corrupting the minds of young people with mindless entertainment. Of course, there's the claims that it's a Trojan horse stealing data. But I do want to ask you, a possible ban on TikTok, is it linked in your mind to some of the other curbs between the U.S. and China, things like chips and EVs?
Yeah, I mean, broadly speaking, the issue is information dissemination, big data, and what China does with it, and versus what the United States entities do with it. Big data is mainly held by U.S. companies here. Big data is held by the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese entities there for different purposes. So it is a matter of competition, especially the AI space, and how we are seeing the way China acts in terms of the technologies and the data that they get from U.S. companies and U.S. persons.